Yeah, he's got to burn his genitals off.
No, I already burnt them off.
Oh, he already burnt them
Yeah.
off. Whatever.
I don't need them weighing me down. I mean,
Wait,
now I'm way more aerodynamic than you.
he's being weighed down by the man and what's left of his genitals.
Mm-hmm. The burnt nubbin
The burnt
of genitalia.
nubbin.
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 We be nubbin. Anywho, what the hell have you been up to, Brojowski?
Well, let's see. Actually, a few things. You may recall I was in that small car accident.
No, I don't
Oh.
recall that at all, actually.
Then I haven't told you.
No.
Okay, I was in
you
a
have
small
not.
car accident.
Okay.
They took out most of my back bumper. But it's all good because it
Jesus.
didn't affect the drive in my car at all. And they're going to give me a check for $700 from the insurance company.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
My
Free
car's
money's
barely
always
worth
good.
that much. And according to the guy, I'm not gonna lie. I don't mean to promote any one business, but Progressive, the guys over there, just the best. I mean, super nice. I took it in there, just cool as hell. Explained everything to me, and I was like, "Oh man, I don't think my car's worth $500." He's like, "Yeah, they're like, no, your car's worth a lot more than $500." Told me exactly how much it's worth, how much I should sell it for if I try to sell it on my own, how much I should get for it if I trade it in, and all this other stuff. He goes, and the fact that you got that damage, that's expected for a car of your age. So in reality, it only lowers the price by maybe $100.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. I was like, really? I'm like, you said the damages were a lot more than that. He goes, yeah, I know. But like I said, with a car that old, people expect this kind of minor damage, because it doesn't actually affect the ability to drive. It just
How
looks
long
like
have you
shit.
had that car?
Technically it's a 99, but I want to say I got it in 2004, 3 maybe. You remember it was our
we
second
were
year
still
at
at
state.
MSU.
It
Yeah.
was the second year at state because we're in the apartment. It was the second day of school, and that's when I got T-boned. No, that's not when I got it because that's when my parents actually got me they bought me a Cavalier because they found one for like a brand new Cavalier for I want to say like $3 or $4 grand because it got totaled and the guy salvaged it. And
Yeah,
kinda
salvage
fixed it up.
title.
And it ran just fine. And also Cavalier's a piece of shit to begin with, so so they got it super cheap. And so I drove that for a couple of years, and then I got the Escort, which, I'm not going to lie, I've always liked the Escort.
Yeah, you've
I've
been
had
a
2 of them.
fan.
Yes. Although I was already planning on upgrading a while ago, but I missed the sale I was going for because I got afraid I was going to be fired from my job at one point because of my one boss who hated me.
That
And-
guy. The man who will not be named.
Yes.
Piece of shit.
Motherfucker.
So what? It was like you actually had pretty good luck. You haven't had any accidents really in a while.
No, it's been a long time. I mean, I got pulled over once not that long ago, but I even got lucky on that. I blew through a light on Telegraph while going to work, blew through a red light, going about 15, 20 over.
Yeah.
Cop right there, sees everything, pulls me over, sees that I got, a clean record and everything, lets me go with a, impeding traffic thing, no points, $150, in and out. And not only that, he pulled me over for my ticket from the moment he pulled me over to the moment that he drove away, maybe 5 minutes.
Nice.
Tops. I mean, that cop was just like, there's nothing here. He really giving me a big ticket for it. Fuck it. Go, go, go.
You didn't even have to stick it to the man. You didn't even
No.
have to have your camera phone on and say, "Okay, this officer is pulling me over right now. Hold on." They do this to me all the time. Let me hit record here. Hi. Do you know about Section 237 of the Motor Vehicle Code? You do not, officer? Okay, let me tell this to you, officer. Let me tell
Did you
this
pull
to
me
you.
over because I'm black?
Yeah, he's fucking. You know what? These guys on their fucking channels annoy the piss out of me. These ones.
Good God. I know
It's
exactly
like-
what you mean.
It's like, okay, we get it. You are an asshole to the cops. We totally understand.
You're so cool.
You're so cool, man. You're able to
Ah.
fucking lawyer your way out of it right there in traffic. What's that one meme that was like the drunk driving lawyer put like a piece of paper in his window? Like, I refuse to answer any of your questions. It's like, okay. I think you're just going to make things harder on yourself. Like, well, that's the last thing a cop wants to do is deal with some fucking dipshit.
Yeah, if you want a cop to come down hard on you, act like that.
You gotta tell him. Well, there's a good George Carlin joke. Remember, he's like, The best thing to do when talking to law enforcement is to tell them how well connected you are with the police department and with the judicial system. And then you want to remind them that you pay their salary. All great things to do when trying to get out of a ticket or complaining
George Carlin
in
was
general.
very insightful.
He was. God rest his soul. He died yesterday, from what I hear.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah. Ugh. You hate to hear it.
Same way David Carradine went down.
Yeah, that's right. David Carradine did go down like that.
Yes, he
didn't
did.
Fucking the
Well,
Kung Fu guy.
Come on. There had to
God.
be one hell of a climax.
Yeah, it had to be. He put all his chi into that.
His iron penis key gone.
His iron penis Qigong was not
He popped
strong.
that head off like a dandelion.
Ugh. I just got a picture of David Carradine's gross old penis in my head.
And exploding, I assume?
Ooh,
With the
yeah.
head just popping off.
Just popping off.
But then he probably would have bled to death and not asphyxiated.
Yeah, that's true. It would have been a whole different mess for the maids to clean up.
Probably actually much worse. I don't know. I guess either way, he probably soiled himself.
Did
That's
he-
all I'm trying to say.
Did he do that at his home, or was that in a hotel?
I want to say it was at his home, but I don't know for certain.
Okay.
It's
Just people do creepy shit at hotels all the time, as
I'm
we
well
know.
aware.
As we know. There's like, I don't know. I don't think people who haven't worked in a guest service industry, I guess maybe they don't understand as much. But like people who work in restaurants and hotels seem to have the best stories, because like at a restaurant, you're like, you kind of let your guard down, like when you're eating a meal. Like if you're at like a store and you go in, you're like, you're on your guard that you're out in public, you know, and people tend to act at a higher level. They hold their behavioral standards to a higher level.
They're more professional.
Absolutely. But once you get into like the hotel, like the home-like atmosphere, and the crazy is allowed to creep out slowly, oh, it definitely does. It definitely creeps out in a crazy way. I remember when I found my first dead body at the hotel, and we had gotten a word to go out to this property to meet our general manager that was out there. And so we went out there, and I can remember someone asked me if I could go check a room. And so I went and I checked a room out, and I'm knocking on the door. Nobody answers. So I used the housekeeping keys to get inside. And I walking around thinking, oh, yeah, this guy must have checked out. And then I rounded the couch to see a old man in his 50s, in his underwear, laying on the kitchen floor, stiff as a board. And so I was all creeped out, as like, should I check his pulse? Should I not check his pulse? And yeah, he was definitely expired. And then I guess some business associates of his kept coming in and saying like, oh, is so-and-so here? We haven't heard from him. You got to give him like the bad news. Yeah, he didn't make it. That's why you haven't heard from him. And then you got to make the phone calls back to the family. It's such a weird thing, you know.
Wait, did you have to make the phone calls to the family?
No, I didn't have to do any
Okay.
of that shit.
You think if, like, the cops or something would do it?
You know, well, no, like I think the staff of the hotel did. It wasn't me personally.
Oh, okay.
But
That still seems weird that the staff of the hotel would be tasked with calling someone's family and delivering the news that you know, their husband or father is dead. I mean, how what kind of calls that to get? Hello, this is the Marriott. Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, we would just like to report to you, most sadly, of course, that your father was found dead in one of our rooms.
If they're anything like the hospitality
You've
business
lost
I know,
your security deposit is what I'm saying.
they'll start off with something good. They'll say, well, by the way, so-and-so's stay's been going excellently here, but we do have to tell you.
You have, by the way, we've doubled your Marriott points for this stay. I just want to start with that. And
Did you want points, or did you want frequent flyer
or
miles?
did you want some
tacked
food
onto this?
from the market?
You can also take food from the marketplace. We could cater your funeral. funeral
with bags of
arrangements.
chips
We
and,
do have a meeting room for purchase for a bereavement of sorts.
half off.
It's so creepy how people can be in those. Either it's restaurants or hotels. You tend to get like the creepy, over polite staff. Like, they're not really happy about it,
Oh,
but
no. We were never happy.
but they're putting on this crazy, weird act of being happy. I had this one woman who came one time. It was like 11 o'clock. No, maybe it's like 10:30. She checked in, and you could tell there was discrepancies with the bill. Anytime anyone has discrepancies with the bill upon check-in or has an issue with a credit card, typically that means there's a huge fucking problem coming down the line. Because it's like, okay, now there's already an issue. What? This credit card doesn't have any money on it? That's impossible. This credit card has all kinds of money on it. I'm sorry, it's not going through. You have to have another form of payment. Well, this is just ridiculous. And I had this woman come in. Of course, it's the same thing. The credit card is no good. I don't have any other forms of payment. I made this reservation a long time ago. I didn't know I needed a reservation, or I didn't even know I needed to pay. I could do that afterwards, or God knows what the hell the situation was. But she starts calling and requesting things. And first it starts with like a pillow. First of all, there's like 7 pillows in the room already, but she needs an extra pillow. Yeah, I just wanted to call down and request an extra pillow real quick. Okay, no problem, ma'am. Let me run up and get it. As soon as I get back down. Sir, I would like an extra pot in here. I only have 1 cooking pot. I would like an additional cooking pot, please. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and grab you one. Sir, does this rice cooker work in here? Well, I don't know. Try it. Plug it in. Let's see. No, this one doesn't work, sir. I'm going to need another rice cooker. Okay. Well, it's 10:30 at night, and you have now needed pillows, a rice cooker, an extra pot. Then I think it was extra silverware. Every time I got back down, she called in for something else. And the last thing she wanted was an extra wool blanket. So I looked everywhere because there weren't that many of them. And I found one, and I put it by the door because she wouldn't answer. And I knocked. Oh, God, maybe an hour later, she calls back down. I want to speak to your manager. You did not deliver the wool blanket that I asked for. Like, I delivered all the other 20 fucking things you wanted. What do you mean? Ma'am, I left it outside your door. No, it wasn't there. I need to be compensated for this. It's like, that's the kicker. And our old boss said it best. Every time you start to hear the word compensation come out of people's mouths, this was something that was already planned from the beginning of the fucking trip.
And he always kind of liked to just give away some points if people got like really upset. Yeah, give him some points.
Yeah, give him some points. Get him the hell out of here. Stop the bitching. But there were some of these people that wanted more. They wanted what do you want?
Stays.
Oh, I want my whole stay paid for. What? Because you didn't have a fork? You want your entire stay paid for? Lots of crazy things. Hotel business was probably one of the funnest businesses as far as stories go.
Oh, yeah.
There's always like some crazy bullshit. I can remember one time came downstairs. There was a woman shaving in the hot tub.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it's
and
sitting.
She was not
the
woman you wanted to see shaving anything ever.
You did not want to see this.
No.
This fucking lady.
That was a lot to shave.
Yeah, there was
wool shag carpet.
Shag carpet body. But the funniest thing was when asked, ma'am, what are you doing? Well, can't you see, you idiot? You fucking dolt, I'm shaving. Yeah,
so
I can
common.
see that. What the fuck are you shaving for in the hot tub, though? Well, there's not a sign that said that I couldn't. You're right, ma'am. You're 100% right.
Also, no sign that you can't use as a toilet, but
I can't shit in the tub either. But
we
don't feel the need to post
assumed.
that. Oh, fucking great.
Remember the one of the best was, I swear to God, it's probably the angriest I ever got with anyone, was those group of Toyota people that came in. The ones that got super drunk and rowdy and like a bunch of like 30 and 40-year-olds that try to pick a fight with a couple of like 12-year-olds. Like I don't mean like like yelling or teasing. I mean they try to start a physical altercation with a couple of 12-year-olds. And these weren't like giant 12-year-olds either.
Yeah, they're just creepy ass people.
Just completely.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that was upsetting.
Well, it's always weird when people are like you see it in the hotel business a lot. Like anytime you have someone like trying to discipline someone else's kid that's not their own, like you
see that anywhere. It's always weird.
But it's like it's the uncomfortable parents are arguing way too much at the dinner table type of silence where you're like, I don't know if you should be doing that. I don't know if we should be fucking.
Well, remember, I wanted to call the cops on those Toyota people.
Yeah.
And we probably should have in retrospect. I know Matt didn't want us to, but
no.
Obviously Toyota being a big account and everything, but honestly, I think they had it coming. We should have.
Yeah, it's like you can't come down on people like they're your kid. You just can't. Even though you may want to, because there's a lot of fucking annoying kids out there that they'll just drive. You run into it all the time. Anytime there was it was summertime and everybody's using the pool, or there's you're at a fucking a kids restaurant. There's everybody screaming and yelling and going crazy and going bonkers, throwing shit at you and everything in between. It really takes a lot to bite your tongue. But you do anyways because you don't want to be the fucking psycho that goes off on someone else's kids.
Yeah, those people got super lucky in the fact that those kids were the children of an employee of the hotel who was an immigrant who did not speak much English and hence did not want to deal with any of that business. I mean, literally, if there had been any guest kids, there would have been so many cops there. It wouldn't even have been our choice.
It would have been fucking hell to pay. Fucking goofy ass people. I saw the movie Sicario.
Oh, you saw Sicario?
Yeah, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
I said it like 12 different ways by the fucking time I got him. Hey, can I see Cicerio? Can I see Dino Cicerelli? Can I see...
Man,
just see me the fucking movie.
I keep wanting to go see movies, and I keep not doing it. Because I want to see The Martian real bad. That was my big one to see. Still haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I told Dana we had to see it, but we kept getting time conflicts and everything.
I keep wanting to do things, but then there's always a wedding or a baptism or a birthday.
They're just keeping you from living your life.
I know.
Tell them to put their lives on hold.
Getting out, they pull me back in.
But it was fucking good, dude. It was so good. You got to see it.
Good.
I'll even go see it again. I'll double feature the fucker.
Yeah?
It was that good.
I'm double featuring now. I already bought tickets to this, so I'm getting anyway out. Me and Steve, guess we're going to see
Star Wars.
Yeah, already bought the tickets. They
That's
went
good,
on sale
though.
yesterday. Here's the thing, though: the two first showings we wanted to see sold out. They went on sale yesterday for December 17th. That's the Thursday before.
Yeah.
And it was the two IMAX showings they had that day. Both of them sold out. So now we got to see it in standard definition on the day before, and we're gonna see an IMAX day of.
This got Harrison Ford in it, right?
Oh yeah,
he's going.
It's got Mark Hamill. It's got the one that played Princess Leia. Why am I blanking on her name?
I don't know. I can't think of her name either.
I normally know it. Yeah.
Hey, wait, it's not Princess Leia?
Well, she did lose her mind and change it to that. Yes.
Okay. I feel better about that.
Well, she is severely bipolar, if I remember correctly.
In real life,
yes.
Well, that's a lot of actors.
Oh yeah, but she was I think crazier than most. She really spiraled out.
Carrie Fisher. Is that
yes,
it?
there we go.
I don't know why it just came to me. These fucking waves just fly in my brain.
I'm not gonna lie, my memory's shit right now. Such a little sleep lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the other. Oh, I bought a mattress.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, $1,400.
Jesus
Christ. Yeah, it's a nice mattress.
God damn.
I need to sleep.
What the fuck makes a mattress $1,400?
Oh, it's inner spring, it's memory foam combined.
Of course, I'm a cheap son of a bitch. Everyone listening is probably like, my mattress was $1,300, $1,412.
Yeah, but around $1,000 for a mattress is not at
Is
all
it?
unusual.
Dude,
Like,
I'm an
when I
IKEA
was
mattress
in Florida,
guy.
I paid $500 for my mattress. Mattress and box spring delivered, $500, done. And that worked out perfect for me because I knew I was going to have to leave it in Florida.
Yeah.
This one, even if I leave Michigan again in the not-too-distant future, I can dump it off at my sister's or my parents or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to leave it in the apartment to rot.
That's true.
You know, so I was okay paying a little bit more for this one. Plus, I want to have, like, a really nice one. Hopefully it would help with my, sleep shit.
Yeah, I'm just too fucking cheap, dude. I get to IKEA, I see if there's a mattress, it was like $300. I'm like, that's the one I want. That's the cheapest one. I'll fucking
But
take
here's the
it.
thing I'm really afraid of.
Hmm.
What if I start trying to sleep on that, but it's such a nice mattress that there's something about it that's not clicking with me, and I can't sleep on it.
What do you mean it's such a nice mattress that you...
It's because I remember when I went to Boston to visit, or near Boston, to visit my cousins, like one time. The parents went on vacation for a little while, and I had to stay there to kind of watch the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the father went on vacation, and they needed help with that. And I was like, oh, free trip to Boston. Okay, I'm good with that. And I had a huge problem with, they all had memory foam mattresses. Just like the Tempur-Pedic, really nice ones or whatever.
Space age mattress technology.
Yes,
what
especially
NASA
from back
uses.
then, because it was over a decade ago, I think, or about a decade ago. And I can remember I could not sleep on them at all. That was my first time I ever had insomnia. I didn't sleep for like 4 straight days.
Really?
Yeah, I was losing my mind. Yeah, my sister was getting really freaked out for me at that point because I never had that before. This was, before my really bad stretch of it hit.
Okay. This was like the onset of it then.
Yeah. Well, technically, yeah, there's be more of an appetizer, a prelude to it.
Okay.
Because it happened, years before the actual insomnia hit. And it was, it was just for while I was there. As soon as I got back home, bam, everything fine. So I'm just afraid that, all right, because this one, it's not a memory foam mattress, but it has a memory foam top to it. And when I laid it in the store, very comfortable, super firm, but at the same time, it wasn't uncomfortable to lay under. No real pressure points because it had a thin, like a pillow top of memory foam on it.
Okay.
So it wasn't any pressure points or anything, but it was still really firm. And I liked it better than like when I laid on the kind of firm pillow tops or just a straight firm with no real pillow top on it.
Okay.
So it was definitely the most comfortable. It's a couple hundred more than either of those. But, I was okay with that. But now I'm just afraid, like, what if I try to sleep on this mattress and I just can't get to sleep on it? That I'm going to have to, do that and then somehow downgrade to a cheaper mattress.
And you just
Because
mentally...
my crazy person brain won't let me sleep on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like that, though, that you worry about. Like, if you, like, a lot of times, if you have a nice car, you can't enjoy driving it because you're always thinking some asshole's going to fucking hit it.
That's why I like my car. Like, all right. I remember when I got in the accident, I was like, fuck, I'm going to be late for work.
Dude, my favorite time when you were late was when you fucking came in because you ran some poor schmuck off the road.
Oh, my God. Yes, I remember that one. They overreacted so badly, but I was freaked out because they spun out in the middle of 96. Just no one hit them, I mind you. But
Right.
they still spun. They were perpendicular to the roads. And this was like in the middle of rush hour during a rainstorm. They got lucky no one hit them.
Well, I remember when you came in, you fucking bolted in. You, like, ran inside.
Yeah,
you were
I was hiding.
Like, is anybody coming after me?
Oh, I remember I was just sitting there, just like wide-eyed, looking back and forth, like some sort of paranoid creep. Like I'm like not even doing my job. I'm just sitting there, super tense.
Did you hide your car at least? Did you park around back?
Oh yeah, of course I parked.
Okay,
back.
that's the best way to do it. You don't want these guys fucking finding you with a clue.
Exactly. I wasn't that far away, but the thing was that when a person did that, I cut across every single lane, hopped off at Newburgh, and just started driving. I was
Full
taking
tilt
side
boogie.
streets to get around, just because I'm super paranoid.
Yeah,
And I was, just freaking out about that all day. I was actually a little worried about the next few days, too.
You've had a couple run-ins like that. Didn't you have some old guy cuss you out about Cracker Jack boxes?
You were there.
I was there?
You were in the car with
No,
me.
I wasn't. Craig was with you.
Was that Craig with me?
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Yeah.
I remember you told me about
Okay,
it.
oh, yeah,
I
okay.
wished I was there, but I wasn't.
All right. Here's the thing. You remember Media Play used to be, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I
Which is
love
now
Media Play.
like Big Lots or something.
Yeah, it's nothing, no media in there at
Yeah.
all anymore.
No. It was a terrible store to begin with.
It was like
so overpriced.
way overpriced,
I was
and then it
too
had like
dumb to realize.
It was so funny because they had a little section of stuff that was like just like weird shit.
Yeah.
Like it was like a record or CD store. They sold some tapes and stuff like that. Like the entire like one of those
They had
warehouses.
Yep. They had movie section, DVDs, VHS. They had a book section.
And then a weird section. Then a little corner where you could buy like an alien lamp. Like an alien head lamp or like a yin-yang clock or some shit.
Yeah, kooky shit that morons like us would get.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm sure we bought a bunch of stupid shit from there.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, anyways, I'm going to make a left into this parking lot. There's a light, blinking red. And it doesn't go green at all, just blinking red. And some guy that's coming through there stops, but he stops in the middle of the lane. Like, he goes way past the light, and he's in the middle of the lane. So I'm like, should I turn? Because I don't know what to do here. I mean, in reality, I was 17 years old at the time. I haven't been driving for all that long. I'm like, do I go around him? Because I was also driving my mom's car. Obviously, I was 17. I didn't have a fucking car. And I was afraid of getting hit.
All these people like, what do you mean? I got my license.
Fuck you, dicks.
I didn't drive till I was like 18. I didn't even fuck around with a license till I was 18. You fucks.
Well, anyways, so the car behind me then starts just laying on the horn. I mind you, this was over the process of about 3 seconds. So it wasn't like it was a minute and a half wait. Like, the light kind of goes to where I should make my left now. But there's a car right there in the middle. So I go around it in a very unusual way, go into the parking lot. And then that car follows me in. It's this old guy. And, I park in Media Play. He pulls up behind me and goes, he goes, where'd you guys get your license? Out of a box of Cracker Jacks? And then speeds off. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Guy was like 80.
Little did you know he did. You did get your license out of a Cracker Jack
that's
box.
the only reason I ate Cracker Jacks. They gave legally binding licenses. Also, how I got my CCW.
And then came upon you your worst luck of driving issues.
What, you mean you?
Yeah, me. And then time after time after time, I was getting fucking nervous every time you had to drive somewhere. I was like, please don't get in a fucking car accident.
Oh, we when I was with you, I had a string of bad luck.
Well, we brought it upon ourselves.
Oh, yeah, okay, call bad luck. I made a lot of really bad decisions, and they played out in a manner that they should have, based on our actions.
Yeah, we got karma straight up the pooper scooper on that one.
We got exactly what we deserved, and I feel slighted by that fact.
Exactly. You wanted to get away with it. Everyone deserves.
Some of us did get away with it.
Everyone deserves to get away with something.
I very rarely get away with anything.
Albeit, I felt like my repercussions would have been more drastic.
Yeah, I think so, too. Because I remember mine, I was so freaked out about, because my dad works all the time, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I had to interrupt his sleep for him to come bail me out of prison or jail. Which was it? Jail.
Jail.
Yeah. And I expected him to lose his shit on me because not only did he have to pay my bail, he had to wake up, get dressed, come down there, deal with this bullshit, talk to cops, and he hates cops.
Yeah.
Signed for every, it was a whole thing. But honestly, the moment we got out of there, he got in the car and he just started laughing at me.
See,
he couldn't get away from the cops, huh?
No, we did a high-speed chase, for Christ's sakes. We tried. These bastards are fast.
Like, no, Dad, I couldn't ditch the car in the middle of a field.
Ditch your car in the middle of a field.
Well, my dad used to own like 8 or 9 cars. They all were like $100, so he just
you could ditch them. You could not ditch your folks' Mustang.
He didn't have any registration on them or anything. It's a whole different time now.
It's a very different time.
Not that I would have gone away with it in his time either, but still.
No, those guys were on us. They were on us, and they were not.
Of course, he was fueled by coffee rage. Someone's calling you.
Donald.
What an asshole.
Yeah, I'm not answering it.
Fuck that guy.
I don't know what he's
I
going
hate
about.
ducks.
Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to design a logo for him.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done it yet. That's why he's calling. So.
A logo for what?
He wants to start like a maid company.
Is it some sort of stripper maid company?
No, this is like
an
a
actual,
regular.
like an actual normal maid
housekeeping-
company.
Yeah,
Like with no nudity or strange sex things involved at all.
Oddly, no.
Okay.
Which is certainly a break from the norm.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just gonna be a regular maid company. I think he's calling it. He was gonna call it Made in Michigan, but that name is taken. So now,
even with maid being MAID.
Yeah, I guess.
How about Made in Detroit?
That could actually.
Because it's the actual company, but if you spell the name differently, it might be a way around the.
I think that's Kid Rock's company. He'll probably lash out in him in a
song.
very angry rap country-esque type of song.
Yeah, somewhere between rap, rock, and country. Maybe with a little hip hop thrown in.
And a little bit of trailer dash.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. I just fucking made it up. Like
Go
a
trailer
dash. Dash of trailer. Well, he used to always rap about being in the trailer.
Yes,
Kid
he
Rock,
did. He
so
was very proud of that fact. I don't get it.
I'm
yes,
just
I had
giving
limited
him
room
his-
to move around.
I'm just giving him his
I
props.
had no real yard. Go me.
Well, the 8
My
Mile.
neighbor had a dog chained up to the side of his house.
Eminem was another guy with it, so maybe there's a lot of inspiration that comes out of the trailer park.
There we go. You know, we would have been better musicians had we just lived in a trailer park.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, who cares that we can't play any instruments, really? Well, I guess you can play the ukulele and stuff.
Yeah, but
Who
I
cares
would
that we
hate.
can't really sing, even though you can kind of sing? Actually,
Well-
mostly I guess it's just me that has no mutual inclination.
All right,
You're
you
fine.
need to go to the trailer park then. I've had it with this bullshit. Nothing increases vocal range like living very close to other people in tin houses.
Yeah.
I could
I
totally live
love
in-
being able to drive my house from place to place.
Dude, I would do it. You like those Airstream trailers that are all like nice and fancy? Like Matthew McConaughey lives in one, I think.
Right.
Like when he's
Also,
on sets.
I know that I've seen
I would do
commercials
that.
for this thing. It's called like Big Livin' Small House or something like that, or Small Livin'.
My
or
brother's obsessed with those.
Yeah,
Micro
like-
houses.
Yes, a micro.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, I haven't actually seen any of them, but I've seen like the commercials for them. I'm like, wow, that is a really cool looking tiny house, and it allows them to go places. And now that you mention, that sounds exactly like something your brother would want to do.
Yeah, he's like he loves the like nomadic type of lifestyle. But a couple years ago, I started really getting into those like I could do it if it was by just by myself. But if you had other people with you,
Oh, it'd be
I think it would be
insane.
kind of stupid if you had other people.
Yeah.
But I would go on YouTube and I would look up all of the like different types of micro houses,
Yeah,
and they have like all sorts of cool like it's cool because it's like innovative. Like, and there's all these kind of new, unique ways to do things, which are
different
always
ways in
kind of
which
sweet.
to drink your urine and such.
Absolutely.
I prefer
Oh,
straight.
urine gets filtered back into drinking water.
Filters for pansies.
Oh, that's
No,
true.
yeah.
A lot of people are drinking their own urine these days.
Who the hell is drinking their own urine these days, other than Lyoto Machida
I was going to say, I guess he's the only one I've really
and Manuel Paquette? God, who's the guy? Manny Pacquiao and Marquez. There we go.
Yeah, and then isn't Bear Grylls still drinking his own urine? He's still into that.
That's right.
stuff,
He seems like
isn't
someone that would drink his own urine, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And I
would
guess
agree
every
with
single
that.
contestant on Survivor, and probably several of them on Fear Factor.
Yeah.
I assume just for the.
Well, I
joy
don't
of
think,
it.
is there anything wrong with drinking your own urine?
I would assume a lot of things. That's your waste products. It is nothing good about drinking your own urine. I don't care how much they say, oh, you're going to put nutrients back in your body. No, that's.
But isn't it sterile, though? Like, isn't that kind of like why people say that it's okay? Because it's like urine is sterile, right?
I'm not entirely sure. I've never tasted it.
Well, I've never tasted it either. I'm just
Honestly,
going
the only
off.
thing that smells that bad could be sterile.
Well, like they always say, pee on your wound, pee on a jellyfish sting,
I thought that was just to kill the
or a
sting
snake
of it.
bite.
But I guess if you could pee on a. Well, then again, it's not really an abrade. Wait, you're not supposed to pee on a snake bite?
You're not? Oh, maybe you suck on a snake bite.
Yes. And even that, I heard, is
Why
a
the
really
fuck
bad
are you-
idea.
Why the fuck are you peeing on me, Tim?
You're not supposed to suck on a snake bite either. You could end up not really getting any poison on him and poisoning yourself.
That's so funny you say that because I just learned that yesterday. I don't remember what the hell I was listening to, but they told me they're like, you actually don't want to suck on a snake
Yeah, you
bite.
want
The
to cut
contrary
off the
belief.
flow of blood to that area. You know, you
Yeah.
tourniquet it or whatever.
Well, that's yeah. You know what? And they're like, don't panic. Man,
Increase
what the
flow of
fuck?
blood.
How the fuck are you not gonna panic when you just got bit by a snake, by a fucking rattlesnake? Like, it's the first thing I'm gonna do is panic. I don't care how
Oh,
many
God,
people
oh,
try to calm me down. I'm gonna panic myself into a point where I pass the fuck out. That's what I'm doing. I don't know what everybody else is doing, but I am panicking my ass off if I get bit by a rattlesnake. You have to cold cock me, take me to the fucking hospital. Because I'm not gonna, I'll give myself a damn heart attack. Because a snake bite won't even be what kills me. I got horrible panic problems.
It's true, you do. So do I.
They all like center around, like, for me, like, it was what was like the one thing, for whatever reason, I don't know why the hell this came up, but it used to be I would get these panic things when I was like had to do an exam in class.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, shit. And it wasn't like a super panic thing. It was just one of these things where, like, I kept thinking all the time that I wouldn't have enough time to finish the test and that I wasn't going to have the answers, you know what I mean? Like, they just weren't going to come to me. So the night before, I would think, like, well, every question that I'm going to get, I'm not going to know the fucking answer to. Like, I'm going to forget it, although I remember it now. The second I fall asleep, my memory will be wiped, and I will not remember a single fucking thing.
Yeah, you're that guy from Memento. Go on.
Yeah, and it never happened, but it certainly never stopped me from thinking that it was going to happen.
Well, every time I go into water, I assume I'm going to be attacked by a shark. And that includes freshwater and pools.
I can remember that when we were in Panama City, we had a pool out front, and I remember it was dark out, and you were like, you know what? I just can't help but think there's a shark in here. And then you got me thinking there was a fucking shark in there. There's two guys in their fucking 20s sitting in a tiny pool thinking there's a fucking shark in it. Very bizarre shit. Ruined our entire vacation. Couldn't even.
I have a tendency to do that.
What was funny is after you said that, we were in like the hot tub, and I still thought there was a shark in the hot tub, and I could physically
If it's small
see
enough, I'm fine.
I don't know. I still was thinking about it. Like, what if one snuck up the drain? What?
But we did go in the ocean in Panama City, oddly enough.
Yeah, you know what? That didn't bother me.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
much.
all day. We spent the entire freaking day in the ocean.
We spent so much time in the ocean bodyboarding that we were fucking raw from the fucking salt in the ocean. I can remember.
And of course, me burnt as always.
Yeah,
It was not pleasant.
I remember walking, like, I was getting so much chafing with my shorts and the salt water and everything like that from just running and jumping on the board, and that getting out of the ocean, I was walking like I had just ridden a horse for 8 hours. I was doing the weird walk where you're trying not to let your balls touch the inside of your legs. Because that alone is extremely
You were like a
excruciating.
modern-day cowboy.
I was like a modern-day cowboy riding my $5 boogie board.
It was the best
the Gulf of
$5 bookie
Mexico.
board ever.
They're quite fun, you know. If you don't have anything to do and you got a beach and some decent waves, by God, a boogie board will do it for you.
I will keep that in mind for the Miami trip.
Yeah, so you're going to Miami.
Yes, went out with a few friends.
Is it any special?
No, it was, hey, what days can you get off? These ones. All right, let's go somewhere. Where? I don't know. How about Vegas? Okay. How about Texas? All right. How Miami? Whatever.
Whatever, just pick
Yes.
one, asshole.
And then oddly
You
enough,
know what? I don't even want to go anywhere.
we largely came to the decision for Miami based on some stuff that our friend Vince was telling us. Like, he wanted, like, real chill, warm. And, you know, we all wanted warm, and we all kind of wanted chill. We were kind of back and forth on where to go. But I have to say, I think we largely decided on Miami due to, you know, some of his reasons. Although, admittedly, we all wanted to go to Miami. It was actually the first place we talked about.
Okay.
But we largely decided to go there because of him, and then he dropped out immediately.
Huh. That sounds like
Well,
a few
I mean,
other people we
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I think have a few.
They bring up all these ideas. Yeah, you know what? I can't. But you guys can go.
And we did, or technically are, because we haven't done it yet. It's not the past tense.
Right.
So I'm going there with Nidin, going there with Nelson, going there with my brother-in-law, James.
Don't let Nelson back out. He's one who's notorious for backing out. Don't let him.
He already
fucking
paid.
Okay, there you go. That's
He
a
has his
lock
ticket.
in.
Yep. I told him even if he decides not to go, he still owes us his share of everything.
Hopefully that keeps him.
Yeah.
Keeps him in the running.
He said he got the time off of work, so here's hoping.
So Vince, the one who came up with it, dropped out.
I wouldn't say necessarily came up with it, but he was definitely one of the architects of it. Because it was us getting drunk at a bar, me, him, and Nidin. We decided to do this, and we largely decided we are going somewhere between Miami or Vegas. And then we sat down, we kind of hammered it out. We decided on Miami. And then we were getting everything together, figuring out dates, figuring out blah, 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 blah. And he's like, yeah, I don't got the money. Which, don't get me wrong, he didn't have the money. It's not his fault, but whatever, still. Like, goddamn.
Man, you guys should have all pitched in, and then he could have come along.
Oh, we ain't paying for him.
Oh, okay, that's cool, too, then.
You can pitch in, you can pay for him.
Well, what the hell would I want to do that for? What do I look like, an asshole?
A little bit.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That reminds me of you doing something then backing out. Like, you used to put movies on for your parents upstairs, and then you go back downstairs.
I didn't like what they were watching. They needed to watch better things.
That's one of the funniest fucking things I ever heard of.
They make bad choices with their time. They know nothing about entertainment.
Okay, Mike is living. He was living downstairs
Yeah, my parents
at his parents'
I
house,
was much younger.
and they would be upstairs minding their own business. He'd be down there for hours and hours, and then he would just come up out of the blue, stop whatever they were watching, put a DVD in,
Or change the channel.
or change the channel to something else, and then immediately go back downstairs.
It wouldn't be quite immediate. It would just be after a couple of minutes.
What the hell's the matter with this guy? Mike, why are you... Mike, are you coming back up? No, I hadn't planned on it. What the fuck you changed my channel for?
They watch shitty shows. They have terrible taste in movies. I had to elevate them a little bit.
Speaking of tastes in shows, you know who has been addicted to American Horror Story, but she's enjoying the seasons that you said were the Glee
I watched
people.
a few small clippets of it, but from all the reviews I've heard from sources that generally have been very, I'd say, lenient towards American Horror Story over the last couple seasons, even they are insulting this show now. I think one of my favorites said it was all style and no substance.
Oh, I turned that mic over just a little bit.
Right here?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Oh, that's much better.
Okay. Yeah, called it all style, no substance. Like I said, I've seen a few minutes of it. They completely lost me last season. It's weird because I used to sing the praises of that show. I got other people to watch it, and then what happens? Third season, show turns to shit.
Wait,
Fourth
which one is
season-
third season
The
again?
witch one.
The witch one.
The one with all the
I
witches.
didn't see that one.
It was awful.
I'm on the fucking freak
Asylum?
show one.
Oh, that one is the worst.
Dude, I love that.
I fucking hate it.
Oh,
What,
you don't
like
have
the
your headsets
18,000
on,
music-
that's why.
Oh. I didn't know there were headsets.
I was just
There was no headsets the last time I was here.
Yeah, there was. You're wearing them in the video.
Was I?
Yeah.
Oh. How am I supposed... Oh, there we go.
That's much better. Shows you how much I'm paying attention. 43 minutes in. Never mind, Mike's got
All right. Well, now this can finally start. When do we start taping?
about 5, 4,
Action.
roll.
All right. Well, now that we're all on the same page.
So, yeah, you don't like the
No,
freak show one.
How far are you into it?
Dude, I'm pretty good ways in. I'm at the point where the strongman has just been shot.
Okay. Then you're pretty far into it, and you don't hate it yet.
No, I actually rather enjoy it.
What is it? The random musical numbers that you love, or
You know what?
the shallow
Those kind of
story,
those
the dumb
kind of annoyed
characters?
me, but I just like, for some reason, I like things with a freak show. Maybe that's the only reason that I like it, because I've always was a fan of the movie Freaks.
Oh, okay.
And they take a lot of characters from Freaks, obviously. So that's kind of cool. It's just cool to see like the freak show aspect of it. And you know what I also used to be, it was also a good favorite episode of mine. Remember the cartoon Batman Beyond,
Yes.
or what was it? Was it
Batman Beyond would be the sequel to Batman that was like in the future with
Okay.
a younger one. Or was it just Batman the Animated Series?
Batman the Animated Series.
Okay.
But they had one with a freak show. And there
Yeah, I
was a
believe
Flipper
that,
Boy, Killer Croc.
Crocodile. Yeah, Killer Croc came from there. I remember that episode.
Yeah, great episode. And I
Yeah,
think
because they take him in after they find him after he escapes, I want to say, from prison.
Yep.
And then he becomes, I won't necessarily say a good guy, but he does defend them to some
Yeah.
extent. I don't remember the exacts of the like all the specifics.
It shows
but
his good
Yeah.
qualities of Killer Croc.
yeah, it makes him a more well-rounded character as far as Killer Crocodile Men go.
But yeah, whatever. I got this damn cold over here. But for some reason, all those things, like that episode always stands out to me. And then obviously the Freaks movie. And there's like a couple other shows that also played off the same freak show type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they always, I don't know, I guess I just like a good freak show. That's just me. So for this freak show episode, although it may be terrible to most, it has a nice warm spot in my heart.
I got it. Your heart is located in your loins. It's fine.
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
In my loins.
That makes sense. Now let me tell you about the first time I ever found a dead body.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. It was recently.
What?
Yeah. All right. I'm at work.
Okay.
I won't say I'm the one that found it. Everyone already knew that, or some people already knew she was dead.
Okay.
Well, anyways, I go into this one patient's room. I'd worked with this patient the previous day. And I go in there, and I'm like, okay, I'm scheduled to work with this patient again. I'm like, she seems like she's asleep. Like, all right, I'm going to go over there and, shake her a little bit, wake her up, because,
Okay.
I got scheduled to keep going now.
Yeah. You
All
can't be hauled back by
Yeah.
laziness.
Exactly. I don't care if she's 100, whatever. And that was actually pretty close to her age. Well, anyways, I'm like, why are all the curtains closed around her bed? This meant nothing to me. I thought that
Yeah.
she's, wanted less
Wanted-
light so she
yeah.
could sleep. Whatever. So I go over there. Go over to shake him, and all of a sudden I see a maintenance guy, real cool guy. He's like, I want to do that. I'm like, oh, why not? She's dead. Oh, okay.
Ew, get me out of here. She breathed on me.
No, she didn't. I'm like, all right, I was like literally that close to just shaking a dead body, trying to wake it up.
Thank God you didn't. You would have been cursed.
She
Can't
looked
touch
like
a
she
dead
coulda cursed-
body.
She looked like she could have cursed me.
Really?
She looked like a mummy.
Did you know her from before? Like, had you had done interactions with her before?
Only once.
Okay. So you weren't terribly close to her.
No, I wouldn't say I'm close at all. I didn't even
Okay.
like her the one time I met her.
Oh, okay.
Admittedly,
Okay.
though, she was like borderline comatose one time I met her.
Certainly makes it more helpful
Yeah. I mean,
for your grieving process.
but it was short. It was short-lived. In fact, I got the joy of going to tell everyone else in the therapy room that she was dead.
By the way, guys, I've got some big news. 202 is dead.
That was actually pretty similar to how it actually went. I was like, all right, well, just so you know, does anyone else have so-and-so on their schedule? Like, yeah. Well, you can really mark her off. Oh, why? Oh, she's dead. And I walked away.
He walks away.
Like real cat. Like, I did without even looking up. Oh, she's dead. Just kept walking.
The caring staff we have here.
I think they thought I was joking. I was
Yeah.
not.
When there's always like a big shocker like that. But in that kind of business, you got to have a sense of humor. You can't not have a sense. There's people that get into that kind of a business, whether it's assisted living or it's working with elderly patients or in healthcare in general. And you know what? If those kind of things cause you to have a tailspin of emotions, you're never gonna make it. You can't be day in and day out. You gotta be able to laugh it off, because if not, man, what do you do? How long does the average person work? 20-some years. What are you gonna work for 25 years, being sad and pissed off every single day? Like, no.
Well, I assumed I would be, but for not related to work.
Well,
Just
yeah,
in general.
Just in general.
Yeah.
But you can't let, if you're going to be in that line of work where you're dealing with that constantly, because that sort of thing can't bother you. You got to be able to see the funny in it.
Yeah, it's funny. You mentioned that you thought the best stories came from, restaurants and hotels. All my best stories that I can think of right now all come from working at this job. I mean, there is just the weirdest people, and they do the craziest shit. I mean, it's just God. I wish I could even remember half the stories of the shit that's happened there. I mean, old people that are nuts.
Yeah, they as soon as the dementia kicks in,
Oh yeah.
you're playing with a whole new level. A whole new can of worms opens up.
Yeah, they get some very unusual, let's say, personal quirks, some ticks.
Yeah, and it's so strange how those things kind of come to be because it's like they're not. Somebody may not mention anything at all, like in their life before dementia, and then as soon as those things kind of kick in, all these strange things come about. And you're right, it's like quirkiness, but it's always focused on something. And it's focused like I'm not sure what separates the positive from the negative. You know, there's people that will focus on things that make them laugh and just kooky things, and then there's people that focus on like the dark evil things that are happening. And I'm not sure why one is one way and why one is the other way. Why one is everyone's out to get them and the other one is, just all this other stuff, It's just I would rather be, we back in assisted living we used to have this woman who would literally, she was 100 years old, used to had full blown dementia, but all she did was just laugh all the time. She would talk to this little chef statue guy that he was, he wasn't even real, but she would sit there and have conversations with him and be laughing with him and laughing with him. We just called him, her boyfriend. We were like, oh, that's just so-and-so's boyfriend. She talks to him all the time, like full conversation. Couldn't understand her because, she had it so bad, her speech was impaired and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But, dude, she knew what she was saying, and she would go back and forth with this chef. Thank God I never saw the chef talk back because that would have creeped me out. I got to think about puppets and inanimate objects that come to life. I don't like them. Stay away. Dude, I watched that movie Pinocchio's Revenge.
I've seen it. I saw that when it originally came out.
I have a hard time watching puppets come to life.
We should go see a Goosebumps movie.
Is there a Goosebumps movie?
You don't know about the fucking Goosebumps movie?
No.
Yes, it's a Goosebumps
I'm
movie.
on a one-track mind most of the time. But, okay, tell me more about this Goosebumps movie.
It stars Jack Black, who plays R.L. Stein.
Okay.
And something happens, and all his books start coming to life.
I could get down with that.
And I saw some, especially the puppet. You remember from all the puppet-related books.
The dummy.
Yes.
What is it?
Yeah, Night of the Living Dummy.
Night of the Living Dummy. That's what it was.
Yes,
oh,
1,
God,
2, and
shit
3.
Creeps me out.
If I remember correctly. And the third one, he had a whole family. But they had his character in there, and it looked just like the character from the books. I mean, just spot on. I mean, obviously it's a PG movie, so it's not like
it's not gonna be too crazy.
No, and it's Jack Black is the star. I mean, come on now.
Well, those were my two books that I got freaked out the most. Was Scarecrow Walks at Midnight and Night of the Living Dummy. For some reason, when you add more dummies into it and there's a family, it doesn't get me as much. I don't know why. It doesn't really bother me. Yeah. But when it's just one dummy and no one really knows, like, what the fuck he's doing, like, if he's being... Is he coming alive a little bit? Is he coming alive maybe once in a while? But that just weirds me out. Ever since I was a kid, I would...
Same way.
I would, my parents, when I was a little kid, they had all these stuffed animals in my bed. And what I would do when I came to bed at night, I would turn them all around. I would turn their heads around. I didn't want them looking at me. For some reason, I thought they were going to come alive at night. I don't fucking know why. But
No, I remember when I had to stay at my grandmother's house, she had a whole bunch of those porcelain dolls,
those are bad
porcelain, just white skin, dark black eyes, just like death mask face, and it.
I think that's what does it. The blank looks on their faces. That adds to the creepiness.
They look like corpses, is what they look like. Like well-preserved corpses.
Did she live in an old house?
She lived in the house that we currently live in.
Oh, well.
We took over the house when she died.
Man, did you ever have any
and
weird shit happen in there?
No, not really.
No.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
There goes my fucking.
No, that house is boring as shit.
My parents had a creepy ass house.
Did they?
To me, they did. You know, they would. There's like a couple instances that like stand out as to like why it was creepy. But
Come on.
okay, first of all, the woman or the people that they bought the house from, I guess the woman had died in the downstairs living room in a rocking chair. So, as little kids, we didn't know any of this stuff, but I had a room. My room was there was an addition put on to our house. So it's a 2-level home. It's a colonial. And then there's a staircase, and my room was to the left of the staircase. So just as you went up the staircase, they put a new addition on, and my room was in that room right to the left. Every single night, I would always fall asleep in a incredible sweat under my covers because I would hear footsteps up those stupid creaky stairs every single blessed night. So I would sweat myself to sleep because I would cover myself with all my covers because I didn't want to look out to see what the hell was going on out there.
Oh,
and yeah, I do that shit every single fucking night. I always thought there was something. And then I would always hear like strange noises downstairs and just all sorts of creepy shit. And then when they told me some lady died in there, well, that fucking pushed me over the edge. I was like, it's definitely this crazy old broad coming back to fuck with me.
Yeah, my grandfather died in that house. Grandmother died in the hospital. So,
but never anything, huh?
well, not that I noticed. I mean, like my mom, I think my sister said, like, "Oh, I've seen spooky." And it's like, no, you didn't. You're fucking idiots. And
Yeah,
that's all it was.
people always bullshit though
Yeah.
too, so you never know.
Like I saw a ghost out of the corner of my eye once. No, you didn't.
Well, I think what creeped me out one time is that I did hear some stuff like that. And, you know, when you're younger, you know, sometimes you run in your parents' room, you know, you
catch
jump
them having
in their
sex,
bed.
I get it,
Oh,
yeah.
I did that. Walked in on them one time only.
Murray told me that.
It
So
was.
that's what turned you gay. All right.
It was what I never wanted to see again.
Yes, your mom going to town and your dad with a strap on. I got you.
No, it was very nonchalant what was going on in there. It was like, everything was kind of hanging out. It was not a good scene, you know. It was like, ugh. If you were filming a porno, you'd be like, you know what? Retake me from another angle. This is not my best angle. Switch it up, please. It was one of those really unflattering poses. It was
Something about ass and ball sack? What's going on?
no, you know what? My mom was kind of laying on her side like this with like a hand under her head kind of thing, like you'd only see in like a 70s like porno book, like, you know, like 70s porno books. Nothing ever looked sexy. It was always kind of like it was too.
It's like they were high while doing it, like just kind of half asleep.
Yeah, it was too like ugh,
Casual.
too casual to be sexy. You can't be casual and sexy. It's just one of those things that just doesn't work.
Alyssa Milano could be casual and sexy.
Maybe. I don't know that
Definitely.
she could be.
I think she could. Well, not her now. Like I think her like 12 years ago.
You ever read the book or ever seen the book The Joy of Sex from the 70s?
I've never read it.
If you get a chance, go and just check out some of the pictures on it. It's all the most unflattering pictures you can, and it's all like drawings, but it's all terribly unflattering. And you're like, God, who the hell even finds any of this stuff attractive? It's so, like, I don't know, like everybody's
Who
really
can find joy in that?
Everyone's really hairy. Maybe this is not my thing, but
I always thought you liked your guys hairy, or
Well,
women hairy, whatever. Just hair.
Just
Just something to grab
hair
onto.
into the bear type of thing.
Grab some of that back hair and just go to town.
Just pull my back hair. God damn it, pull my back hair.
You know, get a nice grip on it.
But yeah, she was like
body.
that, and then he was behind her, and he was like, and
you
I
really remember this well,
dude,
don't you?
it's burned into my fucking memory. Like, like a.
How do you even get hard anymore? Good God.
Yeah, you know what? Thank God I never really think about it too much. But there'll be
Think
times.
about a lot right now.
Well, you're right
I'm
now
seeing
because
it
I'm.
right now. I'm gonna be thinking
Mike's
about
like,
it.
don't make me there, goddamn it!
No,
Don't make
actually,
me
no.
there. But yeah, I can remember because I came home and I didn't say anything. I was gonna sneak up and scare them. Well, the shoe was on the
you
other
won that
foot there.
one.
But yeah, rough business. I can remember I got a, hey, you get the, what the hell are you doing? And the door got shut on my face. So I got caught looking as well. So if it wasn't,
Well, in
wasn't
their
worse.
defense, you were there for like 2 straight minutes.
Yeah, they were like, "Where's your hands at?" Don't worry about my hands. It's a free show.
Didn't your dad steal some of my porn once?
I think your porn did get stolen.
Yeah. Didn't he find it like his DVD player or something?
Yeah, that was kind of a funny story.
Yeah,
So-
I did not take that one back.
Mike used to be, I had no cable or anything like that. We had the internet, but back then internet porn was like you might as well just fucking fantasize some shit in your head because
It wasn't
took
streaming so much.
It wasn't streaming, and if you had a picture, it took like you'd click it and you'd be like tick tick, oh, there's a nipple, boop boop, and there's a boob. And
It was
okay,
here just
now
to
we
buy
got
it.
yeah. So Mike had all the good channels. I didn't have shit.
Yep. LimeWire, IRC.
Well, even before that, you would just make me a compilation on the
That's
tape.
where I got them though. That's where I download them from.
Oh, no, but I mean even before that, like on a video cassette.
Oh yes, okay.
You
The
would-
video cassette.
We're going way back. This is
Okay.
even before all that shit.
Yeah. Okay. I remember 2 different. I remember we bought some porn once.
Yeah.
And I used to make. It wasn't actual porn. It was softcore porn.
Which for me was amazing.
Oh, it was fantastic.
I didn't give a fuck.
And
I
I
still
used to
enjoy a good
just-
softcore porn.
I would take a VHS tape and I would just record the sex scenes, and so it would just be a tape of nothing but just a compilation of softcore.
And
porn
those got
sex
me
scenes.
through a lot of great hard times.
Same here.
But Mike was my hookup, so he would give me all the good stuff after he got done.
After
You
I was
dirty
done with it.
bastard! You took sloppy seconds on my porn collection.
Better than a sloppy third your dad was taking. Good God.
Yeah, so I would watch these pornos on a very, very regular basis.
Yeah, but the one he took wasn't one of those ones. He took one of the ones I burnt to disc, and that
Yep.
was actual porn.
Yep, and God blessed Mike, it was a good one.
Oh,
And
weren't they all though?
so I put it in the DVD player downstairs. Yeah, I lived with my folks at the time, and after everyone would go to bed, well, hell, I'd go downstairs and have a little soiree with my
Have a little go around.
go around the Peter with the little pornography.
Yeah, what he said. All right.
And and yeah, I left it in there one time, and I went back to go watch it again, and it was gone. And I'm freaking the fuck out. At first, I'm thinking I must have taken this out. Where the fuck did I put this? I'm here. I looked all over the place, and I found it. I was up in my folks' room, and I hit eject, and sure as shit, out of the DVD player comes Mike's burnt porno.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mike, you're never going to believe what just happened. But luckily, I never one time got caught
Jerking it.
jerking it.
Same here.
I
Which is
can
weird to
vouch a
consider.
very damn good record. I think that's rare. I think pretty much everybody gets caught at some point.
I would assume so, but honestly, now that I think about it, I haven't. You haven't. I assume Nelson hasn't, but even if he did, I don't think he'd talk about it. He'd probably have to kill himself out of Asian shame.
You know what? I did get caught one time. I don't know if I got caught. I think
I think I remember
caught.
you telling me about this.
Well, there were 2 times. Actually, you know what? There were 2 times that I may have gotten caught, but I don't believe
Wasn't
I
one of
got
the times
caught.
about your brother?
No.
Okay.
The one time was I got caught almost by my mom. I don't know if maybe she did catch me and just never made mention of it because I was like, I don't want to fucking traumatize him. That's how you gay up a kid right there, Bogowski. That's how you do it. You traumatize him about the sex. It's those old timers always say.
Yeah. And they were right.
And they were right. That's what happened.
You sucked a lot of dick that year.
It was a terrible, terrible
weird
year.
amount. I don't even know how you found time for it.
Well, you make time. When there's something you enjoy, you make time.
That's true. That's how you get happy, kids.
But I was
Make
watching.
time for what
I don't
you
know
love.
what the hell I was watching. They didn't have any of those cool porn tube, whatever the fucks. I think I was just looking at regular fucking thumbnails, clicking through them.
Yeah.
And I can remember I had my homework on the desk, and I can remember I heard it. Like, I usually have my ear trained. When you're masturbating, all your senses are heightened. You've got sharp ears. Your eyes are like fucking darting around like cat's eyes. Because you're ready. If any crazy shit happens, you cannot be
Just
caught with
slip
your
it
dick
right
in your
back in.
hand. You can't be caught with it. So I'm listening, and there's nothing coming up the stairs. And then all of a sudden, boom, the door's open, and my heart fucking starts going 900 beats a minute. And the only thing I can think of is just grab everything that's been on the desk and pull it onto my lap at that exact moment. I got fucking Trapper Keepers, binders, fucking school books all piled up on my lap, my fucking pants around my ankles. And I remember I'm pointing my feet forward as to not have my belt rattle on the floor, because that is a dead giveaway of what has been happening in this room. And I can remember she came in. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What does it look like I'm doing?" First of all, someone's always guilty when someone says, "What are you doing?" And they say, "What do you mean, what am I doing?" That's a guilty statement.
Yeah.
Anytime you answer a question with a question, there's usually
You're
some
hiding
funny
something.
business going on. And what does it look like I'm doing? Okay, fine. Especially if someone's really short with you. If they're giving short answers, it usually means they've been jerking off. Okay, fine, great, good. All right, cool, get out of here. And I can remember they left. She left, and I'm like, all right, did I get away with that, or did I not get away with that? I'm gonna tiptoe into this. I'm gonna go grab a snack downstairs, see if any odd conversation sparks up. If not, I think I'm in the clear.
See, I would take the opposite route. I would just not make eye contact with that person for the next few months.
That would have been the healthier way to manage it.
All right, and so was there any weird comments?
There wasn't.
No.
Wasn't. So that's why I felt like I got away with it. But I don't believe that I did.
First of all, you did some things wrong. I think Dave Attell told us the correct way to get away with this.
Right.
Say, oh, God, my dick and my hand are fighting. Someone help. Give me a hot towel and maybe a burrito. I'm getting sleepy.
Well, my favorite part of his joke is where he goes, the first thing you want to do is act surprised. And don't worry, you will be surprised.
I love Dave Attell, man.
Fucking classic.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite stand-ups right there. That disc. I can't even remember what the hell it was called, but it was amazing. Dave Attell.
One of the best ever.
Absolutely. And then the second time I was caught masturbating was at the hotel. I think I was caught by Justin.
Maybe that's why he had such a crush on you.
I can remember I was in the, there was that little fucking window that was there. And I can remember I was watching something. Guilty as fucking pie. And then all of a sudden, he's standing in the fucking window staring at me. And I don't know. I'm looking back at him and I'm like, does he know that I'm jerking off right now? Don't move. Don't make any sudden movements, because it could, like a T-Rex in Jurassic Park, it could give your position away. So I remember I let go of the shaft, and I did like this thing where I pinched my hand to my hip, and I like shucked into my pants underneath the table.
Impressive.
It was impressive. If anybody, that's the way to get out of it. You cannot move. It's like how do you got to learn to be able to move around, but cause very little disturbance to the environment around you. It's like having bunk beds.
So it's
you got to learn how to masturbate very quietly and still when you're in a bunk bed.
well, naturally.
You can't have any rocking, shaking, rattling around. They know what you're up to down there, and you just can't have it. That's so funny because everybody masturbates, but nobody wants to admit that they're the ones masturbating at that time.
Oh, at that time, yes. I was about to say I admit it constantly. I did it like 3 times at work today.
That's good. That's
No,
impressive.
not masturbating. I admitted to it.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Like, good
okay.
Well, that'd be a lot of bathroom breaks to take.
Well, the movie Wolf of Wall Street, they really encourage it. Matthew McConaughey said, just go in the bathroom and work one out whenever you need to. He asked him, he's like, how many? He goes, how often do you masturbate? 2-3 times a week. Those are rookie numbers. You gotta bump those numbers up. He goes, it's not a suggestion, it's a prescription.
That's a great movie.
Oh,
The
fucking
best
amazing
movie about the use of Quaaludes ever.
Absolutely. Never a drug person. You weren't either. Never really got
never.
into them. I never.
This is my thing. I took to alcohol quite readily, I'd say, though.
Yeah, but you never used to.
No, I didn't start drinking until my mid-20s.
Yeah, and I never really
I went to
drank
state.
ever.
Yeah, it's true.
I still don't drink.
No.
That doesn't do anything
I had
for
to
me. I don't know
while I
why.
was here.
But yeah, it's weird how sometimes and it was very funny because you were like, I don't want to say you were anti-drinking, but you were just not really.
No, I didn't like the taste.
Yeah, and then so what changed it for you?
I started getting super drunk with Steve, and it turns out, as much as I dislike drinking, I really enjoyed being drunk. And so I was drinking nothing but mixed drinks, because it turns out mixed drinks taste really good.
Oh, they're amazing.
Oh, yeah. Only problem is mixed drinks are also really expensive. So I'd be going and hanging out with Steve and them. They'd have like a $10, $12 tab. I'd have like a $45 tab. So I'm like, I got to start drinking beer like a normal person. Here's
Yep.
the problem. Compared to a mixed drink, beer tastes like someone drank a mixed drink and then pissed it into a bottle.
See,
That's
I can never get
beer.
over the taste.
Yeah, I got into it through the ciders. I started drinking some of those. And
Those are pretty good.
Yeah. After a while, that kind of, the lighter beers and then kind of worked. Now I can drink almost anything. Except IPAs. I fucking hate IPAs. They're disgusting.
There's beers I can tolerate.
This one's a little harsh, so I can see why you wouldn't like that one too much.
I don't like beers that have like a coffee taste to them, like dark.
You know what's weird?
beers that are-
You know how much I hate coffee.
Yeah.
For some reason, I really like coffee-flavored beers.
Really?
I don't know why. I do. I really do.
It's just your
And
thing.
I despise coffee. But now I'm thinking, maybe I don't anymore. Maybe I should give coffee another try.
I remember you tried to be a coffee drinker
Yes,
back
I've
in
owned
college.
2 coffee machines in my life. And I probably drank 1 pot of coffee from each one before throwing them away.
Yeah. I think it was sophomore year, maybe a junior. I don't fucking remember. But you went out, you bought that coffee machine. You kept telling me, you're like, we need to become coffee drinkers.
It was sophomore year.
I was all on board for being
Yeah.
coffee drinkers, but then again, I'm such a taste guy. That bothers me. Like, even mixed drinks, like I said, I can tolerate them, but I don't enjoy them because they still, I get that.
Yeah, they
hint,
taste like
and
a
that just
shittier version of
tastes
whatever you're mixing
not
it
good
with.
to me.
It's like if you have a screwdriver, it tastes like shitty orange juice.
Yeah.
Is what it is. Yeah, but at the same time though, you get really drunk off it. So I'm willing to take the hit. Then after a while you get used to it and you don't really taste the vodka in it anymore. I mean, it tastes almost like just drinking orange juice. Like you can barely taste the difference. But you have to drink a lot of it. It's about commitment.
That's
Commitment
true.
to your
I'm not
craft.
committed enough, I guess.
Clearly. All right. Before we waste too much of our time, we got to talk at least a little bit about MMA.
All right, hit me with
All right.
it.
I just read Joseph Duffy has gotten injured, so him versus Dustin Poirier is no longer the main event for UFC Fight Night 76.
No?
No.
What is
And
the main event?
I don't know, whatever the co-main event was,
Oh,
I guess.
God bless it, Burgowski. I expected you to know that.
Maybe Houlihan? I don't know.
Houlihan.
Taking on who gives a fuck? I don't know.
What do you think about Northcutt?
Oh, I think he's really he looked impressive, but I mean, it was kind of I won't say it necessarily was a quick stoppage. I think it was a perfectly fine stoppage. His win against what's his name, and I've seen the guy they beat. I've seen him fight a few times. I mean, even though he was undefeated, his fights in the UFC, even the ones that he won, were never impressively won. Like,
Yeah.
he barely edged out those fights. And the fights that he lost, he got his ass kicked. So, I mean, it's not like he took on, like, a world beater or anything.
Right.
He took on a kind of lower-level UFC guy with a good record, and he beat the shit out of him. And,
I had Cruikshank and Cody on the show last week.
oh, yeah.
And
Cruikshank,
not a fan.
Not a fan?
of Norrie. As a matter of fact, he called him out on the show, actually, a couple times.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what, though? It's always difficult for people that are, like he looks like a Ken doll.
oh, yeah. Yes, he does.
As I told them, he looks like the male version of Paige Van Zandt. And sure enough, when I saw a post with both of them on there, I was like, oh, yes, he is a male version of Paige Van Zandt.
Yeah,
Because
I
that's
guess
their new
so.
publication. They had him and her on the front. And
Yeah, they are really trying to push that kid. I mean,
Yeah.
young, good-looking,
they're going to
exciting
end up
fighter.
dating both of them. I can
Think
already
so?
see it. I
Or
already
do
see
they
it
even live in the
future.
same general area?
I don't give a fuck if they live in, one lives in fucking Brazil and the other one lives in Nova Scotia. I already see the writing on the walls. This is a romance about to happen.
Oh, hey, and what about your boy dropping down to featherweight?
Yeah, jury.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, I forget. Who did I say was fighting? I forget.
I don't remember who you said he was fighting. I don't know. You can look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
But
I want to say it's T.J. Miller or something like that.
yeah, you know what?
Or Jim Miller, I mean.
If the weight cut doesn't bug you, you know what I mean? If you can cut more, I'm not a big fan of cutting weight.
I
in
think
general.
Jerry was plenty big for his weight class. He was big. He was tall. Yeah, I mean, he was bigger than Cowboy when Cowboy kicked his ass. I mean,
Yeah.
size I never felt was his problem.
Yeah, I mean, when guys, when they lose, one of the options to kind of avoid the dreaded cut, and I don't think
Like, he wasn't-
Jury's
no, he
in
wasn't
danger
even
of being cut,
close.
but
It
I
was-
think what a lot of guys,
He was
they'll...
one shot from a title fight. I mean,
Right.
one fight from a title shot. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to get cut, but I think people are always looking to do, like, well, can I go down a weight class? But, man, to me, like, you can only do that, like, once you do it, if you do it too early, you know what I mean? That you kind of get, I don't want to say at the end of your rope, but you're making the move, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
I
if
know
things
exactly what
don't
you mean.
work out for you, then make the weight cut. But don't make the weight cut first and foremost. Like, okay, now I'm going to do this now.
I don't think he exhausted his options in that weight class. And
I
plus,
don't think he did either. That's why I don't
I
think
mean,
it's a
maybe
good
he
idea.
feels like it would be a quicker. Because I mean, I do think featherweight is a easier weight class than lightweight.
155 is full of fucking killers,
Yeah.
man. And
It's
that's a
likely the
tough-ass
toughest
division.
in the sport. I mean, every single like MMA organization out there has a strong 155 class.
Yeah.
You can't say about really any of their other weight classes.
So maybe, this could be the best move. Maybe this will
Oh,
give
he's
him a
taking on
quicker road.
Oliveira.
That's right. You did tell me that. I
Charles
don't know why I
Oliveira.
couldn't remember.
Ooh, that is not going to be an easy fight. That
No.
guy is a killer on his feet, and he's even better on the ground.
How do you see it going, Mr. B?
See, it's hard for me to say because we haven't seen Miller after the weight cut. Oliveira's making
Or
the weight cut
Jury
for.
after the weight cut.
Oh, who did I say?
Miller.
Oh,
We haven't seen Miller either.
yes, we haven't
Bastard.
seen Jim Miller since he cut the 145.
All right, so what do you think?
Oh,
What do you think,
God,
Mikey?
Okay. I would have to go with Oliveira for it. I mean,
Okay.
Jury is really good, but we don't know how the weight cut's going to affect him. Oliveira's making that weight cut for, does it have to be, his fourth fight at featherweight, I think?
Yep.
So, I mean, I think he's just going to have an edge there. And then when you look at the skill set, Oliveira is a very big featherweight as well. I mean, he'll still be giving up some height and reach, and Jury will be the better wrestler of the two. But I think Oliveira is probably the more technical striker. I think that he's got the far better grappling. So, I don't know. It's one of those things that I don't know exactly how it's going to go. It's definitely not a washout either way. But I'd throw my money on Oliveira if I had to pick one.
There you go. You've heard it right from the big Bergowski himself. You're pretty good at picking these fights.
I used to be. I have been on a slide like nothing. I swear to
Really?
God, every
There
time,
you go, Miles
every
Jury.
time-
It's not all bad. He admits he's been on a slide.
Yeah, I have not been doing well. I've been doing a little bit better lately. Weird, because when we first started watching, I swear to God, I probably picked 80-90% of them right. Because
Yeah.
I just kind of knew how they're going to play out. Then all of a sudden, I don't know, it was like 5 years ago or so. I just, it's like everything I was picking. I mean, not necessarily all the fights, but all the big fights I would pick, I was wrong and there were usually upset picks I would pick, and they were good picks in my head. I picked Chael Sonnen over Anderson Silva the first time. I picked,
But that was very close.
I
I
know
mean, that was almost
exactly.
in the bag close.
I picked Carwin over Lesnar. I picked, oh God, who else did I pick? And they were really like they were underdog picks, but they were really close fights. I don't know. I had a few other ones in there too, but just like they all kept almost going my way, like
Yeah.
enough to show that I knew
Enough
what
to
I was talking
tease
about,
you a little
while at
bit.
the same time still being completely wrong. Also, I was a huge Chael Sonnen fan, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, well, it's just nice to just listen to Chael Sonnen. It doesn't
Are you
even
kidding me?
matter what the hell he's
It
talking
is the
about.
main reason I'm watching World Series of Fighting every time now. Well, actually, I'd watch it anyway still, but this makes me enjoy it more.
Do you listen to his podcast?
I do not have time to. I wish I had time to. Are you kidding me?
How do you not have time for a podcast? You could just download them and just play them
Well,
in your fucking sleep.
Well, I want to be able to sleep then.
That's
And as it
true.
is, I barely get any sleep, every night.
Not in the car on the way back and forth to work.
There's the only problem I could probably do it. The only problem is that I don't have like a nice. I don't have any way to like hook up my phone to my car.
Oh, I got
I'd have to get like the auxiliary cables and hope that kind of worked out. Don't forget, my car's an old piece of shit. So until I get a new one, which will be soon, I'm kind of shit out of luck for that. That would be my main time of being able to do something like that.
I haven't been able to hook my phone up either. I don't know.
But
How
I
to
mean, even
fucking
just
do
like,
it.
because, I try to balance, kind of stuff I got to do for work, hanging out with family, hanging out with friends. I like to watch the occasional TV show. And, it's hard to keep up with all that. Oh, speaking of TV shows, have you watched that new show on Hulu? I'm not sure I told you about it, Casual.
No,
It is so good.
like you, I've got a very finite amount of time, and I can listen to a lot of podcasts because I can just
You can do other stuff while you're doing that, yeah.
absolutely, and I can fall asleep to it. Whereas,
Lucky you.
well, see, a podcast I can fall asleep to. A show that I'm watching,
Yeah?
I can't. Like,
Really?
I get visually drawn into the damn thing. It was like last night I watched what was it? War movie. I'm blanking on the fucking thing. It was good too.
Saving Private Ryan? Or Different War?
Different war.
We're talking like Jarhead or something, Desert Storm, or we talking like something like Vietnam,
Oh, it was I had already seen it. It was Lone Survivor.
Oh, yes, okay, yeah.
But I got drawn into it. I was up till like
I haven't seen that movie yet.
2:30, and then after that I put on some other fucking thing. I was up to 4 o'clock.
Ah.
So yeah, it was not. I can't do the movies at night. They'll keep me up, but I still do them. So I don't know what the fuck my problem is.
Well, luckily, Casual is like 25 minutes each episode, and it's like this super dark, dry humor. Casual reference to casual sex. And it's just like, it's I think the best thing Hulu's done to date.
Okay.
Yeah, I would highly recommend it.
All right, I'll check it out. I'll put it in the repertoire.
All right.
Anything else going on, Mr. B? We're getting towards that point here.
Let's see. Probably getting finally going to be getting a condo soon. Because I even told Nidden, I'm like, man, if we don't decide on a condo this week, I'm just gonna get like a studio apartment. I'm done. I can't stay at home, and because I mean, if I was moving up by myself, I probably would have been out in August. But with this, because we both got very busy schedules and we want to go see the places beforehand.
Right.
And if I move in with someone else, I want someplace that's big and kind of nice. I don't want to be tripping over someone else all the time.
You need to spread out.
Exactly. If it's by myself, I don't care where the fuck I live because it's all my room.
Yeah.
But if I'm living with someone else, I want something kind of big. So at that point, I got to go and look at things.
No micro houses for you
No,
guys, huh?
no, not at all. And the thing is that it's one of those things. Like, okay, we go see a place, we like it a lot, but we want to check out like 2 or 3 other places. But it ends up taking us like 2.5 weeks, and then we're like, okay, that first place was great. Let's look at that. Let's just go with that place, and we go and look for it. Fucking been sold by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done. So I rented. Yeah, because it was a really nice place. You know, it's just like, oh, okay, so like tomorrow we're going to see like 4 or 5 places, and whatever, no matter what which way it goes, we're gonna
One of
make
those
a
places
choice,
is going to be picked.
or one of the previous places is still, because there are places we've seen that are not off the market yet. The
No,
one
where
we
you
really
guys
want
looking?
is off the, mostly around like kind of the Livonia, Northville border, up near Farmington Hill, kind of like everything like around there.
Okay.
Well, we've been expanding our search a little bit beyond that point. Because it's kind of like a happy medium between, because I work in Detroit and he works out like in the outskirts of Ann Arbor,
Okay.
so very different directions. So kind of trying to find kind of that midpoint. Yeah, so it's going reasonably well. But either way, I need to find. I need to have somewhere for them to deliver that bed to, essentially.
What it really boils down to is this bed needs a fucking
Yes.
drop-off address.
Because Gardner White's only going to hold it for so long, I assume. Imagine you're going to start charging me rent for the bed.
They're going to. That's so funny that you mention that. A long time ago, back when I was a youngin', I wanted my brother to come with me to Target. He would not come with me. So I chased him down the stairs, and I was going to force him to come with me anyways. And he shut the kitchen door in my face, and I ran through
I remember
this kitchen door. My dad came home, just about killed us, and he told us to take the door and take it over to a glass shop across the street from our house. And the very next day, my brother and I took the door off the hinges and took it to the glass shop. To there we left it and never picked it up again. So months and months went by, and my dad would say, "You guys get that door back from the glass shop?" We go, "No, they're still working on it, Dad. We didn't want to pay. We don't want to have to give Fork the money over to pick this door up." And it was so good. The glass shop would leave all these voice. Okay, your door's ready, and my brother and I would get home first, so we just delete the answering machine messages. We don't want them. We don't want to pick up the door, dude. They must have left these messages for the better part of a year. So that was back in 2000, probably 2000, and so I called. I was driving by there yesterday, and I decided I'm gonna call the glass shop and get that door back. So I call the glass shop. This old woman answers. She's like, "Hello." I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to come pick up a door that I had dropped off. I just wanted to see if it was ready yet." She's like, "Well, yeah. What's the name?" I'm like, "Steckel." She's like, "Okay. We don't have a door here for that name." I'm like, "Are you sure?" I dropped it off. She goes, "How long did you drop it?" I go, "Well, it was probably back in about 2000. She goes, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, back in 2000, I dropped off a door, and I just wanted to see. I know there was some trouble, and you were trying to get in touch with us and all this, but I just want to know if it was ready, and just let me know when it is. I can come pick it up right now. Just let me know how much I owe you." She's like, "What do you mean? You dropped it off in 2000?" "Yeah, back in 2000." She's like, we don't have that door. I'm like, "What? What do you mean you don't have that door?" I go, "You gave my door away?" she was so, I fucking messed with her for about, I don't know, probably 15 minutes back and forth. I was like, "Why would you give the door away? It's not your door to give. It's my door." That's what happens when I get fucking bored. But they do not have the door. So, tough shit, I guess. Not getting it back. I wonder whatever happened to it. Probably see it was like,
Probably threw it away.
"Hey, God, these guys gonna pick this fucking door up or not?" Which was funny because they had our address and we lived literally right across the street. You think they'd just sent someone over and said, like, "Look,
Or maybe someone
here's
let
the
her.
door. Here's a fucking bill. Come pick up your piece of shit door."
Or they could have started charging. They could have started like charging you interest on it or something, or like I was saying, rent on it, and then send a debt collector after you or some
Right.
shit.
This prick. They probably just sold the door to somebody else. I don't
They
know.
probably
They could.
did.
It was a shitty
Oh,
door.
I know that there is a limit to how long this stuff can wait. Because, for instance, when I remember when I messed up all my tires, I had to get 4 new tires,
Hmm.
and
I was able to get them real cheap. I was able to get all 4 of the tires. They were nice. Oh, no, not tires, rims. So they get all 4 of the rims real cheap because someone else had already put a down payment on this exact set of rims. It had been over a year. At that point, they no longer had a claim to the down payment, and I was able to take that down payment as part of the payment towards the rims. I had to pay the rest of it. And the same thing happened with Al with his new car. Had all these like nice little modifications to it, had all these little perks put in.
And we're live on
Flashing
YouTube.
rims, had like nicer wheels.
Yeah,
like
he's got to shave his, burn
windows,
his genitals
special
off.
leather for the seats, all that little bullshit.
Oh, he already burnt them.
And he was able to get all that stuff
Whatever.
free on it because someone else had already paid for it and never
now
paid the
I'm way
car
more
out, and it had been,
aerodynamic
like,
than you.
it's after like a
Being
year
weighed
or
down by the
14 months or
man
some shit like that.
and
After that point, you kind of lose
of genitalia.
like, rights to it.
Nubbin.
Yeah, I would think you do.
We be nubbin.
After a while, I think that they had. I'm not sure exactly what the law is for it. I could be completely wrong.
What the hell have you
But
been
it
up
just seems
to,
the way
bro?
that companies seem to handle that, stores and stuff. So you just not have to rent the door anymore. At that point, it's like, all right, well, it's been a year. Door's ours.
Door's ours. We already had it off. All right, Mr. Brogowski,
Yep.
It's been a pleasure, my friend.
Always.
It looks like our little podcast thing stopped recording at like 1:20, so I must have hit some fucking thing. I must have stopped it. But this will be the secret part that's not available for download. You can only watch it on YouTube. Halloween episode.
Dun dun dun.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, good. I had to get fucking home. What a terrible idea doing this this late.
Tired.